The Wild Walk is nestled in the forest, with its towers peeking above the tree line. The Wild Center's director, Stephanie Ratcliffe, leads me across a suspension bridge to the entrance of a big tower, designed to look like a white pine tree snag. In the forest, this hollow space is where animals would take shelter.
Our sleeping bears, and we're going to be installing a soundtrack in here, so you're going to hear like, and then little sort of noises from the small bear.
You can see that Radcliffe is thrilled that this new feature of the Wild Center is finally almost ready.
And so now what we're doing is sort of taking the next step and saying, hey, come on out. We're going to show you what's a new perspective of what the woods looks like, but we're going to take you up into the trees. So it's a really natural progression to the concept of the experience.
We're surrounded by models of the animals and insects that live in dead tree trunks like this one. Giving this experience of being inside the forest is what they were really looking for.
So we're standing right in front of a giant spider web.
That's Rob Carr. He's the exhibits and programs manager and also works as a naturalist here.
You can look through down to about 30 feet to the bottom, to the ground. And this is something that visitors can get in and experience what it might be like to be living like a spider in the forest.
You can hear in the background that there's still construction underway on some finishing touches before the July 4th opening.
It was designed to really be embedded into the forest. There's no place on Wild Walk where you can see the entire structure. So it's almost like you're on this, Ewok village-like structure where you're in the top of the trees.
It's enormous, sort of like the biggest treehouse playground you've ever seen. 6 towers and 9 bridges stretch away through the forest. At one point, I'm up in an eagle's nest, looking out past the Racket River toward the high peaks. The project cost $5.5 million, and Stephanie says weaving it all into the forest canopy was really tricky.
We had a very small construction footprint. That was on purpose. Everybody knew what they were getting into when they took on this project. And you will see when you come here that there are trees right next to the structure. And everybody that worked on the project just really respected that we wanted you to still be nestled in the woods. And that was not easy.
Stephanie says there's still a lot of work to be done on this project. The Wild Center still needs to raise roughly $1.5 million to pay for the project. The hope is that this latest attraction will continue to build the Wild Center as one of the North Country's biggest destinations.
We're here to connect people with nature. That's what we do. We want you to, wherever you are, how much you know, we're going to take you a little deeper and get you a little more excited. That's what gets us out of bed.
For North Country Public Radio, I'm intern Julia Ferguson.